I don't see any reason why not to take Moment of Reckoning. Fantastic card. Probably just committing the Silver Quill, although I have done Mardu Converge with this card and it worked out pretty well. I'll just take that and see where it goes. Honestly, nothing here for Silver Quill. Leech Collector is not the ideal 2-drop. Send in the Pest is not great, this is not great. I'm honestly looking at Potioner's Trove, and maybe doing some sort of Converge deck that has white or black as one of its main colors. It's like, if you want to go Silver Quill, what card do you take here? None of these are very appealing. Okay, now I can take Strixhaven Sky Coach. That worked out really well. Oh, I guess if you wanted to be Silver Quill, there would be an Elite Interceptor here. That's also very good. I wonder, do you even just take the Interceptor anyways? What if you're just like base white, and you have a grade 1-drop in your Converge deck? Maybe that's not bad. Honestly, both these cards are not bad in Silver Quill either, so it's an option between two great cards. I think given that I just took a Potioner's Trove, I think I'm more inclined towards the 1-drop. The 1-drop is even good with the Potioner's Trove, because you can play Trove and then play the 1-drop. Okay, now there's a Transcendent Archaic, which is great. If you were Silver Quill, you'd probably take Interjection here, which is just like an okay card. It's nothing exciting. Okay, and now I might take Stress Dream. Stress Dream is like one of the best uncommons in the set. It's below like the Converge uncommons, but still really, really strong. It's just a 2-for-1 innately. The other option is like the land, one of these two lands. Just take Stress Dream. So from this point on, I could lean towards some sort of Mardu deck again. Splashing blue for Stress Dream is not unreasonable, I think. There's a couple lands. Could take the Shattered Acolyte as well. I think I just want the land. And here, probably take Seize the Spoils. I would like the 2-drop with lifelink, but I think if I can get enough of these lands, and then I don't have to play a forest in this deck, could be really good. So here I could take Hydro Channeler, but yeah, I don't know. It's good with Moment of Reckoning. It's good with Stress Dream. Don't know if I'm going to be base blue with this deck is the thing. And Terramorphic is guaranteed to make it into the deck. Okay, I'll pick Hydro Channeler now over Run Behind, Send in the Pest. Run Behind is a very good card, but I think specifically for Converge, I think if you're playing blue, you want the Hydro Channeler a little bit more. And here I'll just take the land. Well, I might play Essence Scouter. Okay. I guess the Newt is maybe a little bit more likely. Quick Study and Run Behind wield. So blue is probably a little bit open then. Prismatic Ending is cool. Sloth is very good. Mind into Matter is very good. Probably one of these rares. Given the Run Behind wield and Essence Scatter wield, a little bit more interested in being blue. So I could take Mind into Matter. I think I'm just going to take the Prismatic Ending. The card's kind of sweet. Okay, Museo's very good. Practical Joke is also very good. Good with Potioner's Trove. I could just take another Elite Interceptor here, though. base blue-white? Kind of a tough decision. They're both very good. I think I'm going to take the Interceptor. Here I can take Johnny's Response, very good. I don't look to be primary green, so a little bit less interested in Simone's Experiment. And a Johnny's Response is just a very good removal card. Hey, there's another Johnny's Response. There's the Relic Sloth. It's a pretty good card. I think you do kind of want something like this. Just a very good stabilizing 4-drop, lifelink and all that. Is it better than another Johnny's Response? Let's try it. And I like Disdainful Stroke as well. It could be the Goblin. Goblin's pretty good in this sort of deck. Could also just take Run Behind. So it's between these two blue cards or the Goblin for me. I think I'm going to take the Disdainful Stroke here. Yeah, not too much here for me. Suppose I'll take Wilt in the Heat. I have any way of removing cards from my graveyard. There's a Sloth. I think that's it. That's about it. I could take Banishing Betrayal instead. Maybe that's better. And I think here, pretty easy land. Archaic Agony is a great pickup. Another Terramorphic is good too. I honestly wonder if maybe Fields is better. With this deck, you kind of want the multiple colors from your lands. But let's just take Terramorphic. And I might play Pursue the Past. Goblin Wield, okay. I play that. The Dawning Archaic. Costs 1 less for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. Reach 7/7. And when it attacks, you can cast instant and sorcery from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. I don't think this card is doing too well. It's just kind of expensive. It would be kind of sweet to recast Moment of Reckoning with this, though. Probably not going to happen. What's my other choice? Another Potioner's Trove is good. I don't know. This is probably wrong, actually, but I don't get to play with this card very often, so I'll take it. Yeah, there's Mind into Matter. It's quite a good card. I think it's my pick. It might be my only green card. Aside from the Converge costs on my cards. Now there's Ambitious Augmenter. I do like that card a lot. Very strong. There's also Artistic Process and another Elite Interceptor. Also quite a good card. I think given that I don't have that many green cards, it might be better to take the Interceptor, just third Interceptor here. There's also Tome Blast for more interaction. The deck is a little bit light on that. Yeah, I'll take Essence Scatter here. And yeah, it looks like I'm gonna be kind of base blue-white, which is kind of interesting here. Blue is just very open this draft. Ooh, and there's Divergent Equation. And a stock up? Holy. This is quite the pack. I think given that I have like 3 very greedy, well, maybe even like 4 like very greedy top end cards, I'm supposed to take stock up here over the Divergent Equation. I think they're both very good cards. Now there's a Deduce as well. Oh, but I have to take Sundering Archaic. Sundering Archaic is awesome. Okay, and I guess at this point I wouldn't... What is this still doing here? What? This card is insane. People just didn't want this? Sure, I'll take that. Oh. Well, okay. Now what do I do? Take Seize the Spoils or run behind here? I guess Seize the Spoils. Or, no, I guess run behind. Sorry, the Color Storm Stallion being like 7th pick kind of threw me off. Yeah, I like the Hydro Chandler. Probably not playing any of these. Yeah, I'm definitely wishing that this guy was just a Potioner's Trove right now. It's okay, I have 5 run behinds. This is a very weird Converge deck. I don't think I've ever drafted one quite like this. Okay, so I have a ton of white 1-drops. I really want to cut the Dawning Archaic. I don't think it's good at all. Let's see. I probably cut... maybe the Goblin Glassrite? Perhaps Seize the Spoils as well. Red is kind of not like my main color. So I think it doesn't make sense to run Seize the Spoils to try and fix for other colors. Also not the greatest Stallion deck. It works off of Agony, Stress Stream, Moment of Reckoning, but that's it. I suppose it could work with Prismatic Ending. I don't know, the card is very strong, and people tend to just remove it immediately if they can. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it. I might cut the Relic Sloth as well. Cut down on the number of red cards I have. Just make things a little bit easier to cast. Then I can probably go down to 1 mountain. Go up an island. There's already 9 blue sources. 14 blue cards, 6 white. This is 7 white here. I might want a second swamp. No, it probably shouldn't be necessary. I've also never had a deck with 5 run behinds in it before. It's kind of funny. Let's just cut a Banishing Betrayal and one other card. I cut one of the run behinds. Sure. Now it's 12 blue cards, 6 white cards. The mana looks okay. There's an argument for cutting Deathcap Glade, but I think it's fine. Alright, let's try this. And there's the Darning Archaic. I suppose I keep this as Prismatic Ending for interaction on turn 2. I just need to draw a blue source and I can stay in the game. Okay, there's a blue. And they don't play a 2-drop. A Lumerite is fine. Let's just use Run Behind on that. Hmm? Guess I get an island here. Could Prismatic Ending the pet mascot right now, but I think I'm just gonna use Run Behind on it. Maybe there's another tap land. I think again, I'm just gonna use Prismatic Ending on the pet mascot, not worry about the Limerite. Okay, there's Transcendent Archaic. That's actually very good for me. So let's do this. X equals 2 on the pet mascot. Now this is down to 7. Oceaner's Trove is totally fine. Well, I could just go for the Dawning Archaic. Maybe I play Transcendent, the Transcendent one first. Try to bait out removal. Guess I would like to draw 5 cards. Let's get rid of Island for sure. And I guess Plains is okay. Yeah. Hey, they didn't remove it end of turn. They have a sorcery way to deal with it, sure. Oh, time to run out the Archaic. I guess we can play the Interceptor first. Let's see if they have anything to deal with this here. Pause could mean some sort of combat trick as well. Something like a giant growth. Poisoner's Apprentice, that does work. Turns into a 3/3, and then do they have Last Gasp? No blocks. That's fine. They were maybe hoping I was blocking there. I think that's what was going on. This is a fine hand. Could use an extra land, for sure. But 2 Essence Scatters should kind of keep them off my back for a little bit. Let's get a Plains here. I know I have a Stress Dream in my hand, but I have a lot more white cards than red cards. Okay, that's not a land. That's not good. That is also not a land. Alright. Yeah, I'll Essence Scatter that. Okay, there's a land. Now I can Prismatic Ending the Shopkeeper's Bane. As long as I just keep drawing lands, I'll be okay-ish. I can Disdainful Stroke the Aria if they go for that. Kind of interesting they attacked first. If I actually had a way to remove it, that would have been quite bad for them. Alright, this has what? Ward 2? So I have to spend like 4 mana if I want to target it with Rejoinder. I can't just target the Elite Interceptor itself. Another Elite Interceptor. Okay, let's attack and then play Rejoinder on the Interceptor. Yep. Take action. Okay, I draw a land. And now I'm 1 land away from the Dawning Archaic. I think I still take it here. Going from 14 to 11. I don't play anything, huh? Well, let's go for it. If they have a counter, they have a counter. There's not much I can do about that. And it also means maybe if they don't have a counter, if they don't have a second counter, I could resolve the Transcendent Archaic, which is kind of just like a better card. Yes, if they're going to continue to keep up mana, I could pass and try to go for Stress Dreams. Kind of like that. Okay, let's cast this. Pay for the ward here. Maybe they have like a Disdainful Stroke. Okay. Let's take Run Behind, I think. Just a little bit more interaction. And they go for a Fractal Anomaly, sure. Alright, let's go for Archaic. Hopefully they don't have a counter for it. They don't, nice. That means I get to draw 5 here. Let's discard Paradox Garden and Island. Now we can play Plains Elite Interceptor. Next turn I can play Mine into Matter for, what, x equals 8? No, not 8, 6. It's pretty big.
Wow.
I guess let's start with Rejoinder. Don't have to go from Mind into Matter right away. Tap the Fractal. Okay, Sundering Archaic's not bad. Then they have nothing on board that I really want to get rid of. So let's just play Hydro Channeler and leave up Run Behind. Okay, let's get rid of their creature. Surprisingly, they don't want it back. And I guess I just Run Behind again. Don't see why not. Try to get in for as much damage as I can here. Still no response. I wonder what they could have. I guess nothing. They clearly had cards that they could play, but I guess they just didn't do anything? Weird. Okay, I kind of like this hand. I can get white with Terramorphic and then play Hydro Channeler on 2. It's funny, I'm also getting a planes here. Yeah, it seems to be kind of a similar style of deck from the opponent. Well, not really much to do here, just attack with the Channeler. And is full of reactive spells. Okay. Send for one again. Too much happening over here. I'm glad I'm making my land drops. Proctor's Gaze. That is fine, yeah. I guess to get... Sure, just another black source. I imagine at some point they're gonna play a card or something. Arcane Omens. I don't like that one. Let's Disdainful Stroke that. Do they actually have a counter? Oh my gosh. Alright. Sure. If Arcane Omens and Brush Off, that's pretty brutal. Arcane Omen's just kind of a nonsensical card. They even have the counter to back it up. Okay, let's surveil here. Let's send that to the grave. And then let's just cast Archaic's Agony here. To Sundering Archaic. Interesting. Well, they're probably not going to play anything into that. That's my guess. It would be nice to draw my own Mind into Matter. Right, unsurprisingly, they don't play anything into the Archaic. I'm just gonna play it out. This can still be kind of useful in a longish game. Alright, they just have removal for it immediately. Okay, there's my Mind into Matter. So I can do this for x equals 4 here. So let's try to draw 4. Then I can put in Potioner's Trove, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Play my lands, pass. Even have Divergent Equation, sure. Yeah, I'm just out of here. That's fine. This hand's keepable. Maybe I'll actually get to resolve Moment of Reckoning here. Oh, because of the mana from the Channeler, I can play Terramorphic here. It's not clear to me if I get a second Plains or a Mountain here, actually. Second Plains would mean I get to cast Moment of Reckoning. It's like they put that in the bottom, alright. And they're thinking about whether or not they like their top card. I think, given that my red cards are mostly sorceries anyways, I'm gonna get the second Plains. And let's just pass again. I guess I could bluff an attack. They almost assuredly just block, though. Let's just keep Johnny's Response up for 5 mana. And maybe I just let them hit me here and destroy some sort of 5-drop they play. Alright, Rebel Rouser. Honestly, I might rather destroy that one. Kind of turns on all their Lorehold synergies. I think I will destroy it. Over the Owl. Okay, so this is 5, 6. If I play Terramorphic next turn, I can cast Moment of Reckoning. But maybe I want to cast Sundering Archaic first. Maybe they destroy the Archaic and then I get to get it back. So this time I'm gonna get Mountain. Living History is fine. Yeah, let's play the Archaic first. Get their Historian. And then just pass. Okay, and they do have a way to kill it. Good. So now I can get that back. I wonder if I chump here. No, I can't chump, because otherwise I can't play Moment of Reckoning. So I actually don't even have that many things to get back. And there's not that many things to destroy. What if I just wait? Maybe waiting is correct here. Run behind the token. I can wait until I have enough mana for Dawning Archaic. And maybe they kill that one. Actually, yeah, let's continue to wait here. I guess don't attack with the Chandler. It's not really worth that much. Okay. Zealous the Warcaster getting back Heated Argument here. I will run behind the token. Okay, now let's play Elite Interceptor. Draw a card here. Okay, there's enough lands for the Archaic. And I think the plan is to just chump with the Interceptor here. If they want to use like Heated Argument on one of these two, that's fine by me. Ooh, Arc of Hunger. Yeah, I have to get that one out of there. That is a problem card. They do want to remove my Interceptor. Okay. So let's chump here with the Hydro Chandler. I'm very glad I didn't attack. So now... Oh, I don't have black mana anymore, actually. That was the problem, right? Kind of forgot. Let's play the Dawning Archaic. How many ways do I even have to get back... Or how many ways do I even have to get black mana then? Maybe I should run a second swamp. Maybe I couldn't have chumped, but no, they have enough burn damage that if I don't chump, I just kind of die to the burn anyways. That's really tough, actually. And I also don't think it would have worked out to play Moment of Reckoning earlier, because I really want to use Moment of Reckoning on the Arc of Hunger. Yeah, that was actually kind of a tough spot. I don't think there was a great way out of there, even though I didn't realize right away I couldn't cast Moment of Reckoning. Obviously I kind of have to block here. And if they want to use a Heated Argument here, that means they have to give up on their Colossus. I'm really just hoping that I get like a Potioner's Trove, I guess. Alright. Let's cycle this. Into another Elite Interceptor, sure. I guess I didn't have to tap it. Shape Demonstrator. And I'm getting very close into just burn range here. Okay, there's black mana. So now, let's see. I get to destroy Arc of Hunger, Ink-Shape Demonstrator. I can pay the ward. So let's destroy 2, return 2. Target Arc of Hunger, Demonstrator. Let's see. Yeah, and then... Actually, do I want to get rid of their Tome Blast? I could choose not to target the Demonstrator. Yeah, I think that might actually be more important. So let's destroy permanent, return 3. Destroy this, return this one, Sundering, and I guess just another Elite Channeler? Sure. And then let's use Sundering Archaic on their Tome Blast here. That way they can't burn me for another 2. And then no attacks here. And then if the Archaic lives, I get to flashback Moment of Reckoning. That would be pretty cool. So they're digging here. Now I kind of need to finish them off before they can burn me to death. Oh, they just give up. Wow. They didn't even want to wait to see what they drew. I think the game was going to continue to go on for a little bit longer there. Maybe like 3 turns. And I think if I cast Moment of Reckoning any earlier, the Arc of Hunger was guaranteed to kill me. This hand is fine. Keep this. I know I've got a bunch of uncastables, but I've got 3 lands, I've got a Johnny's Response. I have some time to get other plays or other lands here. Put a stop on my upkeep? Why? Just trying to mess with me? It's weird. I don't know if that's them or like the Magic servers being laggy or something. So I could Prismatic Ending their Docent to prevent them from surveilling, but I think I'm just gonna let them do that and cast a Johnny's Response here. Although, maybe Response is better to save if there's Silver Quill. I'm not really sure. Let's just use Prismatic Ending here then. X equals 1. Alright, I kind of wish I used Response then. Considering this guy has Vigilance, he can't be tapped. Or he doesn't tap himself when he attacks, rather. Alright, no blocks. Guess I could tap his creature, and then if I have a second white, I can kill it with the Johnny's response. Oh, I guess they're gonna tap it themselves with Group Project. Sure. And Group Project is a pretty good card. Okay, didn't draw second white. It's a little bit unfortunate. Do I just cast Rejoinder and try and dig for a land? It's a pretty... I am in kind of a desperate spot here. Not drawing lands is really bad for this deck. Yeah, I think I have to go for it. Oh, tap that. I do at least get a land drop. Okay. And now I can cast Stress Stream. Try and dig for another land. No attacks. I might just trump the 3/3 here. Group Project also, like, kind of a bad card to see. It's just a lot of power for the amount of mana they spent. Oh yeah, that's also kind of bad for me. So I could play Interceptor and Stress Stream. I can Stress Stream whatever they target with the Laureate. I think that's my play. Let's see what they go for. Not using the Prepared spell. Okay. Well, I can block this one. And it actually trades. Okay. And I'll just use Stress Streams on the 3/3. I think I have to save the damage. Even if they have something here, I can't play around it. Essence Scatter doesn't look very useful. I'll take a Plains. Okay. They maybe thought the Prepared spell was an instant. It's kind of weird. They just kind of chose not to use it at all. Unfortunately I'm kind of dead here. Yeah, just a little bit too awkward of a draw. They had a very aggressive start with the Group Project as well. Also really just not terribly inspired by the Dawning Archaic once again. It keeps showing up in my opening hand. I mean, I guess I keep. I've got these 3 spells I can play. Maybe I can fuel out like a somewhat early Dawning Archaic. Okay, they don't look to be super aggressive. Really? Giving up on Rampant Growth? Maybe just trying to, oh, they want to play Cuboid Colony. Okay, I guess I'll Essence Scatter that one. It's kind of weird. Why wouldn't they just play that? Okay, and now they Rampant Growth. Another Forest, so they're just straight up, what's that? They're straight up Quandrix. I forgot the name of the school because I almost never play it or play against it. So I can keep up Disdainful Stroke, or can play Stock Up. I think I will keep up the counter here. Maybe counter some sort of 5-drop. Oh, alright, just a deduce from them. That's fine. And I'm not going to use Removal Spell on the first year here. Alright, let's just play Terramorphic and pass. Keep holding up Disdainful Stroke. That is a very good card. Yeah, I can't Disdainful Stroke on that. That is too bad. I'm gonna have to use a Johnny's response on it, I believe. They're not using regrowth right away. That is interesting. Let's get a mountain. Yeah, I think I should use a Johnny's response on it. I mean, they could be keeping up a counter or something. It's just such a big threat, is the only issue with waiting to remove it. It's never going to tap itself because it has Vigilance. So this isn't going to cast... this is always going to cost me 5 on Emeritus. I think... Yeah, I think I just do it. Okay, they didn't have a counter. That's great news for me. They didn't have a counter and they didn't use the regrowth. Okay. Just an assemblage of 1-power creatures over there. Let's take... Actually, Interceptor looks really good here. Let's take Interceptor and maybe a land? Land for Archaic. I could take Prismatic Ending instead. I don't think I've played land yet this turn, so I could pick up the planes and play the Interceptor, save myself like 2 damage. And then still keep up Stroke. Okay. So there's a mill with 2 different types of lands. Guess I'll just cast Stress Streams on it. Ooh, these are both really good. I want Transcendent Archaic or Mine into Matter. I think the Archaic is even better. Like, both of them just draw me cards, and this one just is a huge creature as well. Alright, we'll counter this one. They kept the 1 blue because they had like Spell Pierce or something. That'd be kind of funny. Ooh, Moment of Reckoning. That'll probably be good in a bit here. So I could play the Dawning Archaic for 5 mana. That's kind of appealing. Maybe I could do that first. I can even tap down the Newt in case they have Essence Scatter. I think that might be what they have. Yep, they can float the mana. I will not untap the newt. Marina trying to like sabotage me there. Let's go to combat, get rid of their mana, no attacks, and then cast the Archaic here. Yeah, just... I don't really know what's going on over there. So... let's attack with the Archaic. Recast Stress Stream here. Target their newt. I guess pick up a swamp here. Lets me cast Moment of Reckoning as well. Alright, and then let's cast the Archaic here. They did have the Essence Scatter. Alright, I was correct about that. So if I didn't tap down the newt, this would have gotten countered. Well, now this is just pretty academic. Just destroy all their creatures. And then I don't even have enough things to bring back if I want to copy it with the Darning Archaic. It's kind of a real shame. I guess I'll cast Stock Up again. Sounds pretty good to me. Four and 2. Try to get a few more wins here. Keep this. It's got 3 lands. It's got Elite Interceptor. I think it's fine. I guess I play the Interceptor first. Let's get that onto the board. And I think I really want to play the tap lands instead of using Interceptor's ability. I don't really care if they kill it. If they want to use a removal spell on my 1-mana creature, I'm totally fine with that. Yep. And I could play Stock Up. Let's do that on this turn. Okay, let's get Stress Stream for sure. And maybe Disdainful Stroke or Essence Scatter. If there's Silver Quill, I think Essence Scatter is more likely to be good. Then I can play Terramorphic, get a Mountain, hold up Essence Scatter. Oh, and I get the Disdainful Stroke anyways. Okay, so now I'm holding up these 4. Eternal Student. Interesting. I might just run behind on that. If I counter, they still get to use the ability to exile it. I could also Stress Stream. Yeah, let's run behind on it. I kind of hope they put it back on top. And then if I draw a land, I can use Sundering Archaic on it. Okay, they put it on the bottom, it looks like. That's fine. Snooping Page is fine. I can just kill that with Sundering Archaic. Form Dissertation. That's a pretty strong card. Alright. So let's go with Interceptor. And then I guess just attack first and then untap it. And now I can play Potioner's Trove, keep up Disdainful Stroke still. I could definitely lose to this Mythic. Also don't think it's correct to Disdainful Stroke there. They have a million cards in hand anyways. I think I should counter an actual card that impacts the board. End of the Hunt. Okay, so that's going to get rid of my Archaic. Do I want to put anything back or continue to hold up Disdainful Stroke? I actually don't have a great thing to put back anyways, so... I'm just going to let this go. And now I can Disdainful Stroke this one. Alright. Mine into Matter is good. I think I do that for the full amount. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can do this for 6. Yeah, let's draw 6 here. Seems pretty good to me. And then I put in a land here. Play Plains, I guess. Doesn't really matter too much. And now kind of keeping up with them in terms of card draw. I just kind of need to outlast them at this point. Social Snub? Alright. I don't think I've ever seen anybody play that against me before. Alright, well, I have a bunch of removal spells. It's maybe just Prismatic ending that thing. This plays around the indestructible combat trick, if they have that. And then I can still draw, or I can still gain 2 life here. Even though they've had Decorum Dissertation going on, I've still drawn more cards. Well, now they're making me draw cards? Awesome. I love that for me. Okay, let's just cast from behind on that. Now, I think let's cast the Dawning Archaic. Pass the turn. I guess their main way of winning now is decking me. Is that right? I'm not sure how likely that's going to happen, but I think that's perhaps their plan. Wander off. I'm actually going to run behind on my own Archaic. Put that back on top of my deck. And then they're just going to make me draw it again, I think. Oh, now they're going back to drawing cards themselves, okay. World Student is fine. Probably just gonna cast Johnny's Response on that. This also makes the Dawning Archaic even cheaper. So now this costs 1 mana. Okay, they have another kill spell. They've had a lot of removal here. End of the Hunt, Last Gasp, Wander Off, and Repel Calamity. So I think I'm looking to draw, what is it? The other Archaic. Nice, they're making me draw. Okay, so let's surveil. There it is. Right. And I just won't draw cards with it. It is a May ability. So this is just going to be a vanilla 7 mana 6/6 Vigilance. Decline, and then let's play the Interceptor as well. Probably don't draw cards with this either. Keep up Stress Stream. Another Wander Off. The fact that they have exile removal specifically is really tough against the Moment of Reckoning I have. Okay, they're making me draw again. 6 cards. I mean, they are at 8. I don't need, like, a ton of cards to kill them. I just need some. Let's attack with Interceptor. Put them down to 7. And then let's play Moment of Reckoning. Making sure none of these actually deal damage to the player. It's only creature. Okay. Moment of Reckoning, return 2, destroy 2. Believe. I only have 2 cards I can get back. Actually, I have 3. Maybe I get back 3 cards, actually. I'll destroy 1 flyer, get back 3 creatures. And then I can also gain some life here. Let's play the Hydro Channeler. I guess the life doesn't matter too much. I'll just gain 2 life. It's fine. And now, even if they have another removal spell for the Dawning Archaic, my squad of 1 power creatures might get there over 2 turns. This has been a funny game. You have no idea what's going to happen from here. I guess I could try to run behind some more in order to not deck. I think that's perhaps an option here. No attacks from them. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna run behind their token. Seems fine to me. Then let's attack with everything. They're letting me attack. Interesting. So I think the play is actually run behind on one of my own creatures here. Or the Potioner's Trove, that's fine too. Oh, actually I can't run behind a non-creature. It has to be a creature specifically. So let's cast this on, I guess, the Elite Interceptor. And then this way, even if they make me draw, and they have a removal for the Dawning Archaic, I don't die to that. They have Last Gasp. Okay. This is still lethal. And a Dissection Practice. Okay. Sure. Then top. Now they go to 2 here, I believe. And now they still need to target me with the Decorum Dissertation here, and I don't die to that. This has been a wild game. They need like a way to make me draw a card, which I don't think is going to happen. Yeah, they barely not enough. Nice. Okay, I get to go turn 1 Interceptor, turn 2 Interceptor plus a tap land. Probably get Island here. To be honest, the deck has already kind of worked out better than I thought it would. Alright, let's attack here. Kinda looks like my opponent is considering using some sort of interaction on the Interceptors. Either that or cycling. Traumatic Critique, okay. Kinda glad to see that as just draw 2, discard 1. Discarding Pursue the Past. Okay, they didn't find the land. Actually, that's quite bad for them. So let's play this. Attack with these 2. Could start using the Rejoinders at this point. Or I could play Stock Up. Let's just play Stock Up. It's more mana efficient. Next turn, maybe I can play Rejoinder, leave one of these counter spells. And they just have Brush Off? Alright, that's fine. They bounce one of my Interceptors. That is also fine. Probably using Rejoinder in my turn if I don't draw a land here. Yep. Alright, let's attack first. And then untap this. Okay, I do draw my land, that's good. Unfortunately, it auto-tapped my island. I should have accounted for that and tapped down the Deathcap Glade. It's my bad. Okay, they don't make any play, that's good for me. Let's just continue attacking with this. And just play the Interceptor. Say go. The interceptors have actually been a real problem for my opponent. They've just been putting on quite a bit of pressure here on their very slow start. They run behind, or Potioner's Trove is fine. Just gonna take my turn. Let's attack with these two. Then Rejoinder here. He keeps wanting to tap my island for some reason. I should really watch out for that. If this island was untapped, I would have both Disdainful Stroke and Essence Scatter up. Another Potioner's Trove. Alright. Billions of Potioner's Troves. And Tablet. Okay. Getting Molten Note. I mean, that's still kind of good for them, in a way. Really not doing a whole lot over there. I wonder if I should fire off Mine Antimatter, but my hand is kind of full anyways. Just kind of awkward that they haven't played any creatures, so my removal might be dead here. I could just go Mine Antimatter for like 4. Or 2 actually, and keep up Disdainful Stroke or Essence Scatter still. Now I've got Moment of Reckoning. I can blow up their artifacts here. Another Potioner's Trove. Yeah, I think I might just use Moment of Reckoning. If they don't have a counter, then this actually looks pretty good to me. So let's keep attacking. I really hope that they use something against the Interceptors. And then they might not have a counter for Moment of Reckoning. Alright, let's go for it. Destroy 4 non-land permanents. Let's go this, 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 and the tablet. Do they have a response? Quick study. Okay. It's not a counter. They're just gonna gain life. Okay. So they gain a bunch of life, but they get sent back to the Stone Age in terms of mana. I'd say that was pretty good for me. Yeah, sure, seize the spoils. This has been another very weird game where my opponent just hasn't done, like, anything. They're just getting chipped to death by these interceptors. Pursue the past is fine. What do I want to draw here? Oh, what happened? Did I accidentally click accept on that? I was just looking at my graveyard. That was weird. I was maybe going to put this in the grave, actually, so that was not ideal. I'm actually completely confused as to what happened there. Snarl song? Actually might be okay with that. You could just, like, use run behind twice. I guess it does deny them some life gain, though. Let's use the Saintful Stroke, then. Alright, just keep attacking. Colossus, I can Essence Scatter. I'm not drawing a ton over here, either. Do I even play my land out? I think I save it to discard off of my Archaic or something. Kind of have to imagine they're sitting on removal and they just really don't want to use it on interceptors. Like, they already have this Molten Note that they could cast, but they probably feel like it's a complete waste. Homesickness. Alright. Down to 9 cards. I guess I'm worried about them having something like Math Magics or something, which just instantly kill me. This has just been very weird. They might just not have any creatures in their deck. I guess they have that Colossus. That's the one I've seen. Hey, there's Dawning Archaic. Down to 5. Another Homesickness? So Vibrant Outburst. Sure. Look at the work that the Interceptors have done. They've just been here the entire game. Chipping my opponent down. I suppose the Archaic could die to like a Molten Node or something. I might just run behind on the Archaic to save it. I think I'm at that point in the game where I'm just kind of happy to trade run behind for anything of value. Okay. That's fine. They are going to use the Molten Notes. Suppose I do just run behind on that. Put that back on top. May as well gain some life too. So let's play Archaic's Agony on the Hydro Channeler. Play my lands. Attack for 2. Does it want to tap so many of my blue sources down? I guess it wants to keep up a Johnny's response. Guess that's fine. No, I can't save the Archaic, but they're at 2, so if they can't deal with these guys as well, they're kind of dead. All the same. Stress Stream, sure. So they're just kind of digging. Down to 5 cards. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess this was a fine deck. It's just... the game was incredibly weird. Let's just Johnny's response on the Surveyor. Get in for lethal with my dorks. Oh my gosh. I wonder how much damage these guys have done. My opponent even gained like 6 life off of Potioner's Trove, so... It might have been even more than 20 damage just off of those guys. Final game here. I keep. I think even if I have to cast Mine into Matter, X equals 2, it's fine. I just put in like an Elite Interceptor or something. Okay, well now I can just play it. And the prepared spell might just be my play for turn 3. Gnar is fine. Let's just tap that down. Get in for 1. Yeah. A Terramorphic. And I think get a Swamp here. It's either Swamp or Mountain. Let's just go for Swamp. Maybe set up like a run behind on Sonar, and then play Mine into Matter. Page, wow. Okay. Did not expect Page. Yeah, let's just go run behind on Sonar here. I guess I could attack. Alright, good job. They wisely block. And yeah. Kinda hope they just keep that on top and then replay it, and then I go Mine into Matter. It's like they put it in the bottom. That's fine. Looks like they just need to find lands here. Let's go Mine into Matter, X equals 3. Put in Elite Interceptor, or just the land. I guess the Elite Interceptor. I only have the 1 white source, sure. And no attacks. So it would have worked out better to get the mountain now that I've drawn Archaic's Agony, but it's just kind of how it goes with the draws. Traumatic Critique. Yeah, they are really digging for lands over there. They get to kill my Interceptor, but that is totally fine with me. Looks like they found land. Why would they kill the one that doesn't have the prepared spell anymore? Why wouldn't they kill this one? That's a little bit weird. I think maybe they're just realizing that now. Six mana. Guess I just play Rejoinder. Okay, there's Run Behind. And I'll just keep up 3 counters here. And if they don't do anything, I'll play Run Behind. Mystic Process. So they get to draw a card here with Muse Seeker. And they get to make a 3/3. I actually wonder if I just cast Run Behind, because this is the only card they're going to cast on this turn, presumably. So I think I let this resolve and then just Run Behind on the token. Okay, Terramorphic is decent. Lets me get red. I could also just play the Dawning Archaic, though. It's a little bit hard for them to remove with just red mana. I think I actually like doing that instead. Like, obviously there's a Run Behind and bounce spells, but if they don't have that, I might actually get to attack them. Maybe one time? Just don't have anything? Just have burn spells, please? I mean, if they're thinking this long about it, they probably don't have a way to deal with it. Yeah, Skywhale's fine. Okay. Now I just attack with the Archaic here. And flashback Run Behind. They Run Behind on the Whale. Put it on the bottom, okay. Let's grab the mountain. Also, something that's kind of funny, even though like the Archaics are like the Converge like themed creatures, this doesn't work with Converge like sorceries at all. Because you try to like pay without using its mana cost, it doesn't have any colors. Okay, let's tap the mana correctly here. Play stock up. Let's get another Run Behind, and I guess a Hydro Channeler at this point. Pass the turn. And most of the things that get rid of Archaic actually do get countered by Disdainful Stroke here. Yep. So let's Disdainful Stroke before they draw. And Flow State is kind of fine. Definitely get to dig through a lot of cards here. Yep, another draw. Okay. Let's go Johnny's Agony, targeting Muse Seeker. The Plains, Stress Stream, and the Archaic. Okay. Then let's attack with both. Just flash back the run behind, I believe, on the page. Just doing this to get the blocker out of the way. Reduces their mana by a little bit too. And pass the turn. Practical Joke. Okay. Then draw with Diary. I'm actually going to use Run Behind on the Archaic to save it. It's kind of funny, I countered this spell before, but now I'm going to use it on my own creature. Put that back on top. Also fizzles the Stress Stream there. It's pretty funny. Alright. Let's attack with the Interceptor. I think maybe I don't even draw. I just don't want to, like, risk decking myself to something stupid. There's Math Magics, and there's the 1-drop Tidecaller that could mill 10 cards from me. So that's a reason not to draw 5 here. Could also just replay the Dawning Archaic and not even worry about the Transcendent one. So I can play this, still have Essence Scatter up, although I really don't know if they have that many creatures. I guess they have some. Alright, let's just play the Transcendent one. And then just not draw any cards with it. Maybe I should have played Hydro Channeler, actually, so that even if they remove the Archaic, I still have lethal on board. I gotta say, the Interceptors have gotten in for, like, a ridiculous amount of damage in this draft. Alright, let's Essence Scatter that. Just pecking in for 1 constantly. Okay, Azorius, alright. Doesn't actually have the blue mana for Oracle's Gifts? Oh no, it does, alright. So he could make like one Fractal? It's not so bad. Right, let's run behind on Jadzi. See if they have a response here. I kinda hate how it keeps wanting to tap all my islands here. Don't have a red card in my hand. Why wouldn't you just tap the mountain? Hey! Oh my goodness, this has been a real slobber knocker for draft. Seven and 2. With basically Azorius Converge here. It's not exactly a supported archetype, but here we are. Yeah, just all white and blue cards, splashing a couple red cards, one green card, one double pick black card here. Probably could have done without the archaic, but it did actually kind of win me some games, so I can't really complain too hard about it. Using run behind a surprising amount just to save it from removal spells.